Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of All Mods 10 Modded Minecraft, where I'm a little dumb. Just a little dumb. But not really. I just kind of forgot something. So last time, if you guys remember, or the last two times, we've been setting up automation over there, including the automation of industrial foregoing. We've got latex being automated there. We got more latex being automated there, but it goes into a dissolution chamber. And then we have a dissolution chamber that gets pink slime. Now, pink slime was necessary for a couple other things, and that's what this is automating. We got a spawner completely maxed out, just making a whole bunch of zombies. Those zombies have no AI, they're silenced and whatnot, so they don't make any noise. So they get taken down by the slaughter factory, and they produce meat and slime. Well, we're just voiding both of these now because they're completely full up. Even all the way over there, those guys are full up. So yeah, doesn't hurt that I was AFK a couple times, but it's fine. It's fine. But as I'm getting things, moved around and whatnot, still getting things automated and what have you, I moved over all the essences, like the base essences that I have that I'm just like, I need to keep these as essence for one reason or another. I realized something. I have experience essence. And this experience essence actually turns into experience droplets. And these droplets are used in an enchanter. Oh wait, no, not the droplets, the actual essence themselves. It's also used later on, but that's later on. But these experience droplets then can become bottles of enchanting, or with an item drain, into liquid experience. I'm pretty sure I can use this in our mob duplicator. So I don't need our mob crusher to actually make the liquid experience. I just need this essence. I forgot about that. So yeah, that's kind of what we're gonna do, is we're just gonna go ahead. We should be able to make the mob duplicator from last time, automating this guy. So yeah, mob duplicator. So we would put this guy down in here because we show a working area. It spawns, it spawns two above. Okay, I forgot about that. It does an air block, so that way this can be actually moved down a block. So let's just do that. And we'll go down here and just do that. Now that should technically spawn this guy right on floor level. But in order to actually spawn any mob, we are going to need a mob imprisonment chamber. This guy. It's essentially a Pokeball, except when you capture something, they don't become your friends. So they just become tools for making clones. So let's go get a Piglich. One little Piglich acquired? Oh. I'm right clicking, but he's not going in the mob imprisonment chamber. That puts a damper on my plans, because this guy also does not have a spawn egg. Like, if we were to actually look him up in here, Piglich, he does not have a spawn egg. We can only farm this guy here, then. Shut up. We can only farm him here or through hostile neural networks. The mod developers have outwitted me. I guess there's gonna be a change of plans then. Okay, so here's the rough plan, just to see if this will work. So, Pigliches spawn just in this little area. You can see their area begins on that corner right there and goes all the way over to that corner right there. That's why there's this weird border. So they can spawn anywhere within here. Now, they normally spawn up high, usually around these kind of levels. That's why they're on the roof. So what I'm hoping is, I know the builder didn't work on the stone, but what I'm hoping is it'll work on the wood and this. I don't think it will though, because this is still ancient crackstone. It's still part of all the modium mod, whereas like the soul sand's part of Minecraft, the crimson stairs are part of Minecraft, like everything else is part of Minecraft. So I'm hoping to tear down everything within this pyramid's radius with this shape card. I've already got its dimensions set. There they are. So I'm hoping that I can tear down at least most of this building. We'll see. So we just pop this bad boy in, got it power, got it in inventory, and what we should see any second is things disappearing. But I don't see things disappearing. Is it running? No. It's not running at all. Because if it was, it would say, you know, 193, 190, 193. Oh, we're at, I mixed up my numbers because on the mini map. Why 193 is like right here somewhere. So it started at the top. Ow! Rude. Builder doesn't work even for this. So it looks like I would have to tear this down manually. Or maybe not. I have the destruction gadget. So this might actually do the job if I just max out the settings. Oh, wow. I literally maxed out the settings. It'll allow me to do that? Before, it actually had a max that you could do. But if I were to take a block and... Oh, it's a 2. This isn't a 1 center, it's a 2 center. So it's going to be a little odd. What is the down is 16? Let's put the down to 0. Actually, let's put the down to 1. So it's not showing this red on these cracked bricks, but it is showing it on everything else. So maybe this will work? Okay, so all these messages are because of loot chests. Ow, shut up. Also, why didn't it get rid of the hoppers? Those. Oh, it never finished. Oops. That's probably why. Shut up, bone. So if we try this again. Sir. Let me just let me just click this block real quick. Okay, so the chests are actually preventing me from doing that. These chests right here. So, that was rude. So let me go through this place and take care of all these. Alrighty, I think I got all the chests. I'm not sure. I got 42 of them, so let's hope. Okay, I missed. Looks like I only missed 1 though, because it only popped up once. So it's somewhere near the beginning. Well, good news, bad news. Good news, Destruction Gadget did take care of a lot of stuff. Bad news, the rest of the stuff, like the spawners that come in, you know, I would have to take care of manually. But the ancient crackstone bricks, you can mine them. It's pretty slow. And you can see I won't recover it. I can break this one really quickly. But vein miner doesn't work. Now I don't know if that's just my pick. Alvimodium pick. I don't have an Alvimodium pick. But this guy actually has a tool, doesn't have a tool that will break these. So the mod developer thought of what I was gonna do. So I need to legitimately take out, what is it, 6 of the Pigliches? Where's my data model? Oh wait, it's in the deep learner actually. It's still in there, yeah. I have to actually take out 6 Pigliches, or it won't count. Because trying to destroy all this is just going to be a bigger task than I want it to be. Okay, so just kind of thinking about how to go about this. There are 2 ways that I know of that we can, quote-unquote, easily take care of the Piglich. Well, manually, like, we have to kill him ourselves first to do the hostile neural networks, or I could spend a ridiculous amount of time setting up a ton of mob crushers, and yeah. So, the easiest ways are through our Mage's Spellbook with Ars Nouveau, with this mod back here, or with a different mod, with the Mahou Tsukai mod. Now, this is a very fun mod. It is based off from a bunch of different anime. Like, we got the Konosuba stuff up here. We've got the Fate series stuff over here. And a couple of other little mob anime references. Like, there's the replica shield from... oh, crap, I'm forgetting the name of this one now. But either way, this mod is actually really neat, and the Morgan, this sword, is actually stupidly overpowered. So this is what we're going to shoot for, but we have to go through the mod a little bit to at least get to there. So let's start with Mahou Tsukai. So, to get started with Mahou Tsukai, you're going to need a little bit of area. So I've chosen my little automation platform. I just realized as I was saying that it's not a little area. This is actually quite a big area. But you're also going to need a dagger. And that actually unlocks nothing, as you can see. First thing we need to do is we need to place a Mahou circle. For that, we have to get hurt. So we have to stab ourselves. And ordinarily, you would be pressing M, but because M is bound to maps, I've remapped that button to a different one. Now, this is a Mahou Jin. It's one of the base circles that you would add powders to make whatever. So, got that. We're going to need a spell cloth, because then we can put the spells on the cloth and not just randomly on the ground. So one of the first things we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make the Mahou lake. So once the ritual has started, you'll notice the lake being made. It will grow to about a 20 by 20 area full of murky water. Murky water will not kill you unless you forget to go for air. So yeah. That's something. Oh, we also get the book. However, what it does not tell you is the Mahou Lake It is under... Ah, here it is. Power Consolidation. This circle, when placed on the floor, will spawn a lake. Each growth costs the lake of the lake costs 30 mana. When the lake has reached full size, the caster can throw an enchanted sword in order to get Caliburn, a holy sword which will have the damage of the sword plus extra based on its enchantments. Hint, holier the better. Meaning, if we get a sword that is enchanted with, I think it is Smite. A sword enchanted with Smite. So, if we look it up, Smite, Smite. We have quite a few different types of Smite, but we can actually get up to Smite X. So that's what we're going to shoot for, but we can go through a couple of different means to actually get just like a regular Smite book, whether it's through Ender-IO enchanting, Ars Nouveau enchanting, or Mystical Agriculture's enchanting. We could also do a couple other different ways, like printing through Create, Mine Colonies, or even through ATM. Modular Machinery, right? So, yeah, we want to go for Smite 10, which is going to take a minute. But even then, we still need to get our Mahou, our magic, up to a lot, because it takes 30 per block, and it's a 20 by 20, so that's what, 400 blocks times 30, so about 12,000 Mahou is needed in order, or is it's 12,000 or is it 1,200? Either way, we need a lot of Mahou in order to make the lake. I think it's 1,200. So yeah, the best way to actually get more magic is simply by using more magic. And one of the best ways to do that is through ordered displacement. An ordered displacement circle on the ground teleports anything on top of it to a nearby ordered displacement circle. Which one it teleports you to, it depends on the order in which you place the circles. You can sneak to stop teleporting. It drains 40 mana per the cast, from the caster per teleport. So, in order to make this actual teleport, we need Powdered Ender, Powdered Endered, and Powdered Endered put into a circle that is not on a cloth. So, like this guy. How do we get Powdered Endered? Pretty easily. We need a Mortar and Pestle, Mortar, from Mahou Tsukai. This guy, Mortar and Pestle. So, oh, I need to be Mortar, 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 and Pestle. These two combined make Mortar and Pestle. Now from here, we also need Ender Pearls. Take an Ender Pearl, put it in, we get Powdered Ender. Let's just make a little bit for now. And we just go 1, 2, 3. And now we have a teleporting circle, or an ordered displacement. So, the best way to do this is actually just to smack yourself again, place another one fairly close by. So look at that, 3 blocks distancing between, and I was facing that way, so this one should face that way as well. So if I do this, I get displaced. And I just went back and forth very quickly. It was hard to see. But if you look up here, you can see my Mahou went down quickly. But it is coming back, so slowly but surely, I will be running across these guys back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, to get my Mahou to a higher level. So let me get at that. So after a little bit of time, my Mahou, as you can see, has gone up to 103. Now, the reason why it's taking so long is because, it takes 40 to teleport, and my mana regen is very slow. So, one of the best ways to actually get mana back is through the Boundary of Drain Life. The Boundary of Drain Life slowly drains health from nearby mobs in a range of 10. For every health drained, every health drained, health, hunger, or mana is restored to the caster in that order. So it goes health, hunger, then mana. My health is full, my hunger is full, and so it would all just go straight to mana. And it drains 5 mana from the caster every 1 second. So, as long as we're restoring more than that, we should be fine. So this witch spawner actually is going to come in very handy. So, right here, we're going to take our dagger, pop ourselves a little bit, and place a Mahou. Now, the Boundary of Drain Life requires powdered iron, and powdered emerald. And similarly to the powdered ender, we literally just take a piece of iron and it turns into powdered iron. And then we take an emerald and it turns it into powdered emerald. So we just pop 2 irons in and an emerald. And now you see how it doesn't have an animation playing? That is because this is one that we actually have to right click and it'll start going. So we want to turn on the witch spawner, which is actually up here. I haven't linked the thing down there. This is our witch spawner. We turn it on. Now, I haven't run this yet, so the first spawn is still kind of crazy. No AI, silent, cool. So let's turn this bad boy on, and we can actually leave this open. Did I put ignore slide? Okay. So we should see this spawn some guys here in a second. There we go. And because they're witches, they restore their health as well. So they're just infinitely going to be restoring their health and my mana. So, yeah. We're not going to have to worry. At least we shouldn't have to worry. The only thing we have to worry about is if these guys despawn. So, hence leaving the spawner on. So if we go back over here, you should see my mana has already, because I casted another spell, gone up to 104. Casting a new type of spell does help increase your mana. So if we just jump on the circle, you can see I am jumping back and forth, and my mana is, it's restoring very quickly. Very quickly. So I get to literally just sit here and watch the things jump back and forth, as my Mahou also goes up. Also, it just stopped. Why did it just stop? Okay. I have no idea why it just stopped, but it stopped. But it's coming back now. Okay. Cool. And it stopped again. And I guess if I get too low on my Mahou, yeah, there we go. When I get too low on Mahou, the system actually kind of breaks and I have to step off and recover a little bit. But that's fine. That's fine. I can just sit here and do this and then step off every now and again. And we'll be fine. So I'm going to do that for a while. So I may have AFK'd for a bit longer than I wanted. You can see my Mahou is gone up significantly, as well as apparently my alignment from all the times that I was taking care of witches. Because apparently the Mahojin over here, that guy, technically counts as player kills. So anytime a witch would die in here, it would count as a player kill, and they give you alignment. So, yeah, that was fun. But we've gotten our Mahou up significantly to the point where we should actually be ready to do the power consolidation. So we're going to need some powdered emeralds and some powdered diamonds to take care of this. And I think I went through all my food in my backpack. Oh, no, not all of it. Because I was AFK for so long that I got attacked by monsters so often by, like, the freaking phantoms. I got pushed into the sea a couple times. I think I died even once down in there. But yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot, so I'm having to rock the unobtainium armor for now until I get another set. Oop, a lag spike. Okay, there we go. Lag spike over. But we are gonna go... I'm going in the wrong direction, I think. Actually, no. We can go over here. There's a... We can go to a couple different spots. Here, over here. We're not going to touch these 3 islands right here, because this is where we're going to be doing some mine colony things. So, probably... Yeah, probably down here, actually. Just straight down. Hello, teleports. Alright. Here looks like a good spot. So, boop. We need... Get back up on the surface. We need powdered. We need powdered emerald. There we are, powdered emerald. And then powdered diamonds. And this isn't gonna be a cloth one, so just simply gotta hurt myself a little bit. Ow. Place the Mahou. And then it was diamond, diamond, emerald. And it should, yep, there we go. You can see it's starting to take effect. My Mahou's not going down quite as badly as I thought it was going to. But whenever it's all done, we should... Huh. It's done. I thought this was going to take like 1,000 Mahou, not like 300. But it looks done, which is weird, but I won't complain. I'll just take away these trees real quick. It seems the mod's changed a little bit since a little bit more, I should say, since the last time I played with it, because there used to be a fog effect that would happen over the top of this pond. And you would enter into the range, so like right where the borderline is, you would just come right up, and then all of a sudden it was foggy. I guess they removed that. Either that or I have particles down or something. But yeah, now we have our little lake, and we just need to take a sword with Smite 10 and throw it in. We've got over 5,000 mana, so it's gonna be good. But we're going to need a lot of enchanting to do this. So I think that's what we're going to do in between episodes, is get an enchanting tower back over on the base, and then kind of work towards getting the best enchanting set up. So look forward to that. I've been Dorkman191. This has been Anime the Mod, and I'll see you next time. Bye, y'all.